Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. This is episode 387 of the Ping Pong Flix Show. Some pretty big revealing update has happened for the Snyder Cut. And you may have already seen this already, but this is it. The film Exiles got a real big exclusive. They can confirm from a source close to the production that not only was Desaad in Snyder's cut of Justice League, but that he was cast and was performed by none other than Peter Guinness. That is right, Peter has been actively working in the film and television industry in the United Kingdom. His credits go far and wide, but is most well known for his live on-stage work in theaters. Interestingly, as with Ray Porter, whose casting news we broke in April, he is also very well known for his voice acting. Now, if you don't know, Desaad is a fictional comic book supervillain appearing in books published by DC Comics. He is one of the followers of Darkseid from the Planet of Apocalypse in Jack Kirby's Fourth World meta series. And we kind of assume that he probably was in Justice League, as you can kind of see a lot of these designs that look very eerily looking like a Desaad, or at least Zack Snyder's version of Desaad. And we can also kind of guesstimate that in that trailer where Steppenwolf talks about how there is no Kryptonians, there are no lanterns, he probably maybe was either reporting to Desaad or Darkseid, which was also kind of confirmed by Zack Snyder himself. Also, it seems like Ray Porter has also kind of, in a way, inadvertently kind of confirming that Peter Guinness is also Desaad. He tweeted out in response to knowing about Peter Guinness as Desaad, a brilliant actor and a genuinely kind person. Possibly probably saying that he has also worked with him on the film of the Justice League Snyder Cut. Wow, what could have been? We could have got Steppenwolf, the true Steppenwolf, Ciarán Hinds' version of Steppenwolf that he wanted to be shown, Darkseid, and Desaad, a family, if you will, of Darkseid's family. Instead of that, no, we didn't got the Darkseid family. We instead got the Russian family. You know, that's like such a big step down. And for some other reason, the director Joss Whedon felt more important to throw in a Russian family who had no names, we didn't even care about them at all, instead of genuine DC character villains, genuine super villains, Darkseid, Desaad, and a better Steppenwolf. How crazy is Warner Brothers, right? I mean, I cannot wait to see the Snyder Cut because it's gotta be super duper amazing. It's gotta have so much more compelling dialogue in there between the Darkseid army, right? We could have had Steppenwolf talking with Desaad. Possibly in great dialogue that's as beefed up by Chris Terrio, Shakespearean even, like Zod writer suggested. I could totally see that happening, and also a conversation with the Darkseid, and just, it would have been so crazy and epic. In fact, that whole part would probably have been played out in the history lesson. Instead of just flashbacks, it would have been an entire act by itself, Lord of the Rings style. But in the DC film universe, how crazy would that have been? Warner Brothers, are you insane? Or at least, before Ann Sarnoff. So I'm hoping Ann Sarnoff is looking at it, she watches the cut and she's like, are you guys crazy? Why didn't you release this? This would have been amazing. And I think hopefully that means that there could be something coming out sooner or later. But it does seem like we're learning to learn a lot more. Hopefully this story gets a lot of traction. I think it really deserves a lot more traction so that more people realize it. I know Comic Book Debate, Geek Vibes Nation has also wrote about this. Possibly Screen Rant will do as well. Whoever you have to go to find out if this is confirmed, I hope Zack Snyder even likes it or something, even confirms it. Maybe he'll come out on Vero and says Peter Guinness is a fantastic actor. What a way to play Desaad or something. That would be incredible, and then we can get the story traction, just to open up more craziness that Warner Brothers had pushed away. The more incredible parts of the Snyder Cut, it still remains hidden. It's still a big mystery. And for people who don't even want to care about the Snyder Cut, you're going to be lying to yourself. When the movie comes out, you're going to be damn curious to want to know what happens in this movie. Who comes out? Who cameos? What DC villains or heroes show up in this movie? I think that is enough to perk your interest just to grab a copy, just to cue it in something, or grab a ticket if it comes out in theaters, who knows. But I think it's still something that every single person, whether you are a DC or a Marvel fan, whether you're a fan of cinema, is going to be extra curious about. And I think it's going to sell a lot of tickets, make a lot of money in Blu-ray purchases, or or increase the subscriber amount on HBO Max. However it's going to be released, I think it will have to be released. Now, let's go into the other movies that are coming out. The first one is Joker. Instagram has been popping with these Joker snippets. Todd Phillips has actually finally been marketing a lot, and that's probably because there is a trailer that is coming out on August 28th. This is just 2 days, or by the time you see this, only one more day away for the second trailer of Joker. If you're excited about that, it's so cool though how he did it. He had really 6 Instagram snippets, and each one actually has a clue put together to form this trailer 8.28, which could only mean August 28th. So if you guys are excited for the Joker movie, if you guys are excited to see what else is coming for this Joker movie, an actual trailer 2 for this film, get excited, get hyped. It's coming out August 28th. And so I will talk about it when it gets released. I probably won't do much of a reaction on it, but I'll probably review it on my channel. And it's something to be very curious. I'm very intrigued about this. Like I've said a lot of times before, it's probably not my most exciting DC film coming out, but it is my most intriguing, and it's different. It looks really different. I mean, his clothes are popping, the colors are there, but just the look of the first trailer, just how it flowed, this is definitely a different movie. This is a dramatic movie. It's a more Oscar, I guess it would be a more of award win, kind of like those independent film festival type movies with comic book elements in it from DC Comics, but it's not the other way around. And so that's something to be said about that. A standalone Joker film. Is this going to be successful? And if it is, this will definitely spawn more of these DC Black Labels, DC standalone original films. So, August 28th, let's wait and see. The next films that are coming out, one of them is The Suicide Squad. James Gunn's directed The Suicide Squad. He's writing it. He's definitely directing it. He's got a whole bunch of cast and characters in it. Aside from the usual Harley Quinn, you got Amanda Waller, you got Captain Boomerang, Rick Flag, all returning to that. You also got some new characters. One of them is King Shark, which James Gunn kind of alluded to it. Now it's been scooped before. There's rumors about King Shark in here before. James Gunn actually put it out on his Scrabble. He put King Shark in there, so it pretty much is confirming that King Shark will be a character. But who's going to play King Shark? That was still something that has been said. But now it's an exclusive from Deadline. Deadline is hearing that comedian Steve Agee, I think that's how you say his name, is boarding Warner Brothers James Gunn directed sequel, The Suicide Squad. We're hearing buzz that Agee will provide the voiceover to supervillain King Shark, who is a humanoid. King Shark was created by Carl Kessel and made a brief cameo in Superboy before making his first full appearance in Superboy Volume 3. In the comics, when Superboy is assigned to the Suicide Squad to destroy the Silicon Dragons, King Shark gets hooked in to help. Agee starred in Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 as Geff, one of the members of the Ravagers. Agee is also producer, director, writer, and actor. As a consulting producer, he worked on the MTV comedy reality series Ridiculousness. And then it has a lot more credits on there, none of which I actually do know about it. He is a writer on 306 episodes of Jimmy Kimmel's Live, so I guess he has some funny parts of it. You can also see him performing with the Metapocalypse creator and comedian Brendan Small in a comedy rock band Baked. But other than that, pretty much an unknown for most intents and purposes, unless you know of him. I don't, but it is interesting. I'm probably going to go check out Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 again to see how he is. And just to see that he's a comedian, bringing into light of King Shark. That could be concerning to a lot of people who didn't want Suicide Squad to go down the comedy route. Now, a lot of James Gunn's movies has comedic elements in it, with that rated R parts of it as well, like Slither and that Super. So it has parts of those, but I want to. It'd be interesting to see what King Shark really is. So King Shark, it seems like it's going to be fully CG from what it seems like it's saying. It's not like we had Killer Croc in the first Suicide Squad, where it wasn't just a voice actor. It was a full-on actor. He was totally in makeup and costume and everything. And it actually created more of a realistic take on that. And the CG elements were just some of the other characters. But so this is going to be a CG character, meaning the budget just got a little bit higher. And I hope that the CG is really good. And I hope that they work it in very well to the point that it's believable that there's actually a giant king shark there. And so I'm going to say, if they could do it well as the Flash, even though I don't really care for the CW Flash, I got to commend their king shark. That looked pretty fantastic, pretty horrifying. Huge. I don't know how big this king shark is going to be, but if he's a king shark, it's got to be pretty big. And I think hopefully it's going to be a hammerhead, right? We've seen, to kind of differentiate from the Flash, maybe they might go ahead and do the hammerhead king shark instead of the king shark you see in the CW's Flash. So I'm kind of eager to see what he looks like. In fact, I'm kind of eager to see what all of them look like. And so I can't wait to see some kind of cast photo like the Suicide Squad, Dave Ayer's Suicide Squad, when he released that photo of all of them standing against the wall. I think that would be pretty fantastic. Another person that is joining the Suicide Squad, also an exclusive from Deadline, is that they're also hearing that Nathan Fillion will be starring James Gunn's The Suicide Squad at Warner Brothers. The actor's role is being kept under wraps, though Fillion has a long history of working with Gunn. He played the voice of a monstrous inmate in Guardians of the Galaxy, Bill Party in Gunn's 2006 horror comedy Slither, and the Holy Avenger in filmmaker's 2010 pick Super. So it makes perfect sense that Nathan Fillion is possibly cameo or of a small role in this movie. Maybe it's a small role, just like how he did in Guardians of the Galaxy. Maybe it's just a voiceover or something. Some people are like trying to speculate how much he's gonna be in it. It's no secret that he voiced Green Lantern, and it's probably best known as Green Lantern for DC right now. I don't think he's gonna be Green Lantern in the Suicide Squad, but and I actually don't even think that it's gonna be a pivotal role. It's not a big role at all. So I'm probably expecting it's going to be just like that, voice of a monstrous inmate or voice of something in the Suicide Squad, or maybe just a soldier on the side or something like that, because he knows Gunn's probably friends with Gunn, and they'll just throw him in somewhere just for fun. So, but that's cool that Nathan Fillion is involved within the DCEU. The last but not least is that Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam is eyeing for an April 2020 production start date. And that's not all. He looks like he's going to be bringing with him Hawkman. That's right. We've talked about a little bit of rumors about Hawkman or Hawkgirl appearing in Wonder Woman 1984, and then that got probably got squashed, but who knows. And then also that he may appear in Black Adam as well. But now it seems like, and this is called me from heroic Hollywood of all places, so just take this with a grain of salt. But it appears that he will also appear in the Black Adam movie. So after years of waiting, we finally know when Dwayne Johnson will shoot his Black Adam film. According to a source with knowledge of the project, Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam is eyeing shooting in April 2020 after Red Notice finishes up, and it will have the anti-hero face off against Hawkman. This confirms earlier reports by that hashtag show that Hawkman will have a major role in the film. Black Adam and Hawkman have a long history in the comics, so it makes sense that Dwayne Johnson included him in the film. As described by fandom, Hawkman is a winged vigilante who fights crime using a flight harness made from the nth metal and a mace. There have been several different versions of the character, along with love interests and partners such as Hawkgirl. Hawkman has made several live-action appearances before. The character appeared on Smallville and most recently on DC's Legends of Tomorrow. Hawkman coming to the big screen could come as no surprise, as DC has been pushing the character in live action for quite some time. Also, even hinted at in the end of Krypton. So, it makes total sense that he's going to be finally in a live action movie. And better yet, I think this is a great way of introducing other characters into the movie by plopping them into other, without having to do a solo film all the time. Plop them in with Black Adam and then expand it from there. I would totally love to see DC do this from now on. Have one superhero character, plop in one or two villain or hero, just to expand the universe in a certain way, but not be outright trying to tout like they're trying to make sequels out of it. Not sequel bait you per se, but just throw it in to show that it's a big universe and not a small scale universe. So I think things like Hawkman throwing in Black Adam could actually work very well with that movie, and something to be excited for, because now you're not just getting black men, guys. You're getting Thanagarians. You're not just getting any Thanagar. You're getting Hawkman and possibly Hawkgirl. Possibly all of them. Who knows? But it just expands the universe. And this is something that I really love seeing. This is something to be excited for, especially for a DC fan. Like I said, I've been a DC fan before Zack Snyder films. Zack Snyder films had elevated that fandom in me to a new level. But at the same time, I'm still excited to see what they can come up with. What can we see on screen? And that they don't back down. Don't get scared to make these type of movies, to make these larger budget films, to expand your universe, to go crazy, to pick up a script and say, that's not crazy, let's make a movie out of it. If we can get them going on that, there's greater possibilities for visions, just like Zack Snyder, maybe even Zack Snyder, and other people to get those visions, to get those comic book pages ripped out and plopped onto the big silver screen. And that's just something to be excited about for DC. So I'm happy that and I hope it's true. I really hope it's true that Hawkman does get to be an appearance in Black Adam, to have them go head to head. That would be quite awesome. All right, guys. Well, that is it for today. I want to thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.